make sure I've got all audio correct. Whenever you're getting everything, go back to get it. Cool deal. All right, so mic test. That's fine. Mic test. All right, mic test. Mic test. Mic test. Is the music too loud? Is it music too loud? Okay, I'll fix that later. Alrighty. Well, that's really close to the rate. It's south of where the original warning was. Okay, so we did a quick stream swap real quick for those who are viewing. We had Josh earlier today covering for nearly 9.5, maybe 10 hours with Pat, who is actually in the call with me now. My name's Dayton. I'm the one that you normally see streaming, but thankfully we do have a good group of folks today that has done an amazing job today covering for those who couldn't. So myself and others. But hopping back in, we do have an observed tornado south of Little Rock, the southern half of Little Rock, along the 440 and the 530 corridor. You may want to just go ahead and take shelter. So you have Iron Springs, Wrightsville, all the way up to the southern end of Sherwood. Jacksonville, you're not in this quite yet. So that really involves us, small community-wise, Baseline and Iron Springs. Earlier, we did have a correlation coefficient drop. In case you don't know what that means. That means that's a debris ball. So whenever the radar is shooting beams into the storm and it's bounced off of raindrops and everything, it sends something back that's the same color. But as you see here, that south of Iron Springs, you have this here. You see how everything's kind of green, yellow, blue, and orange? That is this correlation coefficient drop, meaning it's not bouncing off of raindrops. It's It's bouncing off of something that's bigger, something kind of like nails, wood, tree limbs, stuff like that. That's not correlating with the rest of the raindrops and stuff like that you see. So what I am saying is get a little close to the radar, so the reflectivity is going to be a little bit broken. So let's go ahead and try to pull up the velocity on it. Once again, it may be a little bit broken as well due to it being so close to the radar, but we do have very tight rotation right here directly of directly south of Iron Springs is where it's showing it. So East End is on top of you now. So if you're along the 530 and 167 corridor, it's on top of you right now, moving at around, let's say, 45 miles an hour. So it is a very quick moving storm, so it'll be on top of you very quickly. So what I want you to do, I want you to go to the center room of your house, preferably like a hall bathroom or something with no windows. I want you to take a helmet with you and a flashlight and a whistle. The reason I want you to take a flashlight is right now it's dark, and so you can see eventually when you were to get out. The reason I want to take you a whistle because the whistle is a lot louder and will carry a lot farther than the human voice. As well, your voice will give out after a short amount of time. The reason I want you to get a helmet because the majority of people don't die from being actually sucked up and thrown by the tornado, but by blunt force trauma to the head. That's how majority of people will die. So we can at least try to protect your head. You have a lot better chance of surviving. But preferably if you have a basement, that's where I need you to. Need to get a new scan in. Still on the ground, but East End, it should still be on top of you. But Iron Springs and Bingham, it should be in reality be with you right now. let's go ahead and check our far southern tornado warning out here in Louisiana. It looks like it may have been dropped. Pack, was it dropped? No, you're fine. You're fine. But I believe the tornado warning in Louisiana has been dropped. That's good. The tornado warning is continuing for East End and Wrightsville, Arkansas. All right, we'll go ahead and change. I put the wrong abbreviation up for Arkansas. No, never mind. I spelt it. Okay, so I'm good on this. I'm good on this. All right, so for the new scan with the correlation coefficient, like I said, Bingham is right on top of you now. So if you're on the 167 and 530 corridor, this is where you've really got to start paying attention. I know it's 11 at night, but if you're along there, please start paying attention. So Wrightsville and Tafton, you're next. So please go ahead and start taking shelter. Let's go ahead and try to pull a storm track on this to see how it's looking. We're gonna have 45 miles an hour. We're looking at in this little small polygon that I have here, Wrightsville 7 minutes, Tafton 7 minutes. So you have enough time to get to your safe place, but please be in there now. You know, looking at the reflectivity on this, you see a perfect donut hole directly south of Wrightsville. Maybe because it's so close to the radar, the velocity is not want to read properly. It looks like we're having nothing but fallout now, so I believe this tornado has lifted, unless we're just looking at nothing but what's it called? Interference. I'm actually I'm in contact now with a family friend of mine that lives around Little Rock, and so I'm just keeping a good eye out. Excuse me. Go ahead and take a look south to make sure we're not overlooking anything. Because I know there's some new severe thunderstorm warning south of the tornado warning storm. So we're looking at Tweet Deck will update for me. It has not updated for me. But we do have new severe thunderstorm warning for White Hill, Pine Bluff, Redfield, England, Humphrey, and Alzheimer. We may have a warning coming out soon for this right here of Pleasant Hill, like you were saying earlier. Uh, might give it another scan. I think that's it's the front of it. It might be contamination. Give it another scan to make before I go saying anything. Jump back up to our observe store. Velocity is still the velocity is still there. See about the season. It's in a lot of contamination. It's hard to tell. But regardless if this is on the ground or not, I still want people to take this very seriously, because just because the radar, I can look on the radar and see that it's quote not on the ground doesn't mean it actually is. Like I said, this is extremely close to a radar, and just don't take my word for it. Take the warning's word for it. There's nothing more important than your life in this type of situation. I don't want you losing it just because someone forecasting weather said so. I want you to take every precaution. Oh, excuse me. Charleston got me yawning. Yeah, I noticed that a little bit. But this right here around Belmont is looking quite interesting. Around Bayou Sky Sea, whatever it is. It's going to be a tail end Charlie, and it looks like around Converse as well. You can have a little bit embedded rotation. So, south of Pleasant Hill, Brunswell, and Noble. Go ahead and take a look at the Pleasant Hill cell that we was checking out just a minute ago. It's still looking very nice. Well, heck, look at this. Yeah, you have a Pleasant Hill and a Pleasant Hill. Alright, so the northern Pleasant Hill on the north sides of 49, Harris. Let's go with Harris. You have very strong rotation on top of you right now. So if you're in this area, please, I would go ahead and take your tornado precautions. If you're south of Belmont, or Belmont, it's on top of you now. Belmont as well. I would go ahead and just really start taking your tornado precautions. This may not produce a tornado, but it has very strong winds with this. Very strong gate to gate. Tornado warning continues for Wrightsville and McAlmont and Sweet Home, Arkansas. It still has its observed tag, so I believe they're playing the safe tactic and just go ahead and keeping it observed. Like I said earlier, this is right now it's nighttime. There's really no way for us to actually tell you if it's 100% on the ground or not, without spotters. But looking at the tail end of it all, what do you think about it, Pac? Because I'm looking at it, and there's still really on the tail end some cleaner air that they can hold on to. Alright, so what he's meaning by that, majority of the times when we talk about a hook echo, let me pull over here real quick and let me draw it out for you. Hook echo majority of the times, looks like a fish hook. So it does this number here. Okay, number here, and this is where all your inflow is going to be going towards this or potential tornado. But what he's talking about is when you hear him say "bowed out," it means you get imagine an old style bow and arrow, how it's just bowed out like this. That means all of the majority of its inflow is from behind, and it's pushing it like this, making the back end of this storm push forward and look like the front of a bow. That's how it's got its name, Bow Echo. And Hook Echo because it looks like a fish hook. So whenever you hear those terms, that's what that means. Um, let's check back down the stuff in Louisiana. That was quite interesting. Why nothing really has nothing to come to that by now. Quite interesting. Uh, yeah. Um, look, but I try to not dumb it down, but to make it everyone on the more equal playing field. If you're along south of Pleasant Hill in Louisiana, so if you're along 49, I'd go ahead and take your safe place as well. This velocity is looking very impressive. Um, the reason why I say that, you see how this red and this green is touching like really tight. It's not just far apart like this down here, where it has some gray in between it. We'll talk about Belmont here in just a second, where it's got some green in between it. This shows really tight velocity, or just strong winds at that. But this is going to be a velocity couplet. So if you're along 49, west of Calhanton and south of Pleasant Hill, please go ahead and just take shelter now. I can't issue warnings, but I can relay to you what I see. Uh, so so what you're saying by that is more like a side lobe situation. Have a nice inflow. On down the line, it has it as well, right? So go ahead and take a look at that as well. Have not yet done anything else with this warning. They may just let it ride out to the end of the next 15 minutes or so. But until then, we do have an observed tornado warning for southeast of Little Rock. So right now around, let's go ahead and say Walker's Corner Country Club, so north of Wrightsville. I'll go ahead and give you all clear in this. But just in case, I do want you to still have your helmets on when you go outside. Debris may still be falling from the sky, and like I said, that's the majority of the ways people die. It's situations like that. The best way I can describe it to you is not that the wind is blowing, it's what the wind is blowing. I am not seeing any correlation coefficient, which is fantastic. It looks like this is trying to merge with what's ahead of it, and this still may try to go in. Do severe thunderstorm warning for the northern half of. Oh, let me take a step back before I bite my tongue on this. So that's going to be Pleasant Parks, Pearson's, Rosebud, and Pangburn. You're now in a severe thunderstorm warning with peace out health possible, and winds up to 6. I look over and saw at one point in time we had 9 people viewing. Thank you all for joining the stream. May not be from the area, but we do throw very useful bits of information in the stream occasionally involving specific weather comments, events, and maybe some basic radar um, tips and tricks. Northeast. Do what? Where is it again? Okay, I see it. Memphis, right? Okay. Memphis shows it, but what a mesoscale is, or what he's talking about is a meso. What it is, the entire storm itself is um. So it's not just one part of the storm like you see tornadoes. It's just It's not just the one tiny spot. Like all of this, just rotate. So it's all just slowly spinning, which you can kind of see here on the radar. See how this green's trying to curl around right here south of Cherokee Village. There's red's trying to curl around as well. That's how we can kind of tell it's a mesocyclone. Now, eventually, with that, if we get it real tight, then we've got our tighter tornadic rotation then. But looking at our tornado warning cell, it is gone. All I'm seeing right now is a bunch of straight line wind. We may have a little broad rotation right over Beavis Corner, but that's really about it. It looks like to me all this is trying to bow out. I don't even see a tornado possible tap on any. Worth of Ruston. I can see that. Probably looking at the storm relative velocity, what this does is it kind of breaks it down a little bit more than you would see in your high res velocity or your base velocity. It just brings it more to a tighter color base, or it just brings it all in just a little bit tighter so you can understand. It makes the pixels bigger as well. So what we're looking at here is we see here the green's touching the red. That's really what he's looking. Now here, if I were to go to the high res velocity, see this yellow touching the red. That means it's kind of far away from the radar, but yellow touching red like this, or dark red like this, also would mean rotation. Or just very strong winds in itself. But you see how it's kind of bunched up? It matches up with our relative. Spectrum width does have a little bit of inflow going to it right there as well. As long as we can keep these prefrontals, man. Go ahead. Not at all. I'm glad to see this. I'm. Oh yeah. I'm probably about to start. Um. They hold on. NATO cast. All this here. Oh yes, very large. This is part of the storm as well that produced that tornado, correct? It's also the part of the bow echo that produced the tornado, correct? Okay. And just in an off topic, NATO cast, which has been a very reliable source uh, in a lot of our streams and predictions, and really trying to line up where we're going to chase, has put out a 2% over Pascagoula, where all the tornadoes came through last week. Yes, we. Oh yeah. I'm glad, really. Um, I'm not glad that everything happened today, but I'm very happy to see accuracy of the NWS on this. I'm very happy. But like I said earlier, the only thing I may have changed different is I wouldn't have put Dallas in it. I would have moved it starting in between Dallas and Tyler. So around Gun Barrel City is where I would have had it, because we are very. I mean, Dallas, Waco. I mean, y'all really dodged a bullet today. Being in that and Sig and Tyler, you dodged a bullet today with the 15 Sig as well. Um, but I'm very glad that the NWS today has proven itself to be trustworthy once again. Because I know there's been several occasions this year that has proven itself not to be. So I'm glad that they prove that they still know that they continue to know what they're talking about. Severe thunderstorm warning. For or in Louisiana. So you're looking at Ashland, Chestnut, Creston, Lake End, down to Clarence, all the way up to Bryceland. Let's go ahead and try to pull up some of the. Even go over that. See, where I'm at right now, I'm in East Central Alabama. So I'm east of Birmingham, and I can hear the wind just absolutely whipping up. But for possibles, which is a very great sign, very great. Trying to find back if you. Here was the tornado today that touched down near. Oh, this is a part of the storm that touched down near Sulphur Springs, Texas. So that's um that is directly west of McKinney, west of Greenville, so northeast. Not west, east of McKinney, east of Greenville, kind of northeast of, from Dallas. That is quite a wall cloud in the lowering there. Oh yeah. I mean, at this point in time, every the reason why I say this is, we're 1,000 miles away. We're watching it and trying to, do what we can. Uh, I say this, and I say it with the most utmost respect for everyone that's affected, but we've done all we can do at this point in time. Um, but if you're out there in this area, please know that we did all we could from out here to try to help you guys. You're technically out of our stream our quote coverage area. We mainly cover Alabama and Mississippi, but because of today's event, we always love to reach out a helping hand. We're not a really big channel, but we do normally average around 7 to 10 viewers. And I said earlier, I don't know if it was caught on stream or not, but I don't care if it's someone that's being immediately affected by this that's in the stream. Let me tell you why. Is you always have someone learning, and you always have somebody, oh my, that may know a person that knows that they know that lives in that area, and them listen to us can also relay information. James Spann calls it the hero tactic. He says you can be your hero by contacting, just by sending a text or a phone call, and by putting that information out there for people to relay is a great thing. Posted 14 minutes ago. This is a tornado that caused damage in northeastern Texas. Looks like a little drill bit on the ground here, but that is a very beautiful story. Go ahead. Furnace, where's that at? I know I've only been at this for like 45 minutes, bro. I'm trying to get my bearings on everything. So Ruston, right? Okay, I see. Yeah. We need another. I wish the Monroe radar worked. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? This has been down almost all year. Almost all year. But yeah, I can see how it's starting to pick up. Once again, remember how I talked about earlier. Whenever you see a bow echo, kind of looks like the front side of a bow and arrow is being pushed like this, as you can see right here. You have that kind of bow shape pushed. That's how it kind of popped out like a belly. what he's calling a prefrontal. It's all this. Like, this is a great example. So right here, around Winfield, so you have our main storm here. This right here is what we are calling your main storm. This is what we're calling a pre. It is something that is bringing rain and or severe weather before the main storm gets there. So it's the pre-front, the pre-rain front, the prefrontal storm. So that's what we mean by pre-front. It's all this small stuff you see out ahead. So with all of this kind of merging into this main storm, that's what he's talking about, meaning it's merging. So all that's being sucked up by this storm here. And it's blowing this way. It just got issued about 2 minutes. This is some people don't realize, and it's something. This is actually a good conversation to have. I hope we don't get another tornado warning, but you know, I may give another hour or so because I may go deer hunting in the morning. I don't know. But man, matter of fact, look at that. All right, here's a good cleaner example of a bow echo. So you see here, this red is going to be your. It's taking all the wind from the back, and you can see it here perfectly. And look at the green around it, how it's just making this perfect, like, backward crescent moon. You know, that's almost a textbook of velocity signature on a bow echo. But going back to a great conversation to have, a lot of people believe that a severe thunderstorm warning is really not damaging. It's just a bunch of strong winds. But have you personally seen what 60-mile-per-hour winds can actually do to landscaping, trees, stuff like that? Now they also can do this, or produce this thing called microburst, correct? Now, can you elaborate a little bit on what that is? Just kind of, because I know this year in Birmingham there was actually a family of a family of four. They did three of them lost their lives. The mother and two children lost their lives to a microburst. This Birmingham, microburst happened and it knocked a tree over on their house, and I don't remember if it caught fire or if they got entrapped in it. I'm not gonna get into the details because that's their story. But can you? Severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee until 4 a.m. A couple tornadoes are possible. Hail is up to half inch. Scattered wind gusts up to 65 miles an hour. So Arlington, Memphis, Helena, Clarksdale, Ripley, and from Truman. So Jonesboro, you're not out of it yet. Memphis, you just now getting under the gun. So until 4 a.m., there's going to be a severe thunderstorm watch. They are saying that tornadoes are possible with the severe thunderstorm watch. That affects over 1.5 million people. Kind of interesting to know. But can you go really to what a microburst is? To kind of put it into Alabama terms, it's like dumping a five. It's just like turning over a 5-gallon bucket full of water from way up in the sky. Like 500 gallons, you know. But it kind of takes that same effect. You know, it's all falling all together and it hits the ground and just kind of splashes. You know, so is that a good way to describe that? There's another drill bit tornado today. Crossing. Wow. These tornadoes today. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry, but every time I see a car that I know is not a storm chaser drive by a tornado, it makes me cringe. Um, Today, that doesn't look like a storm chaser, does it? To you, Pack? Yeah, exactly. See, at this point in time, I know we harp on it a lot. I know I harp on it a lot. I went on a rant about it during the live stream that we covered Mobile and southern Mississippi. So what was it? All that going on. One of the larger tornadoes of the day was crossing a bridge and going right across it. And there's like 3 or 4 cars driving right towards it, and like 3 or 4 coming the other way from it. At, there's a reason why what we say when there's a tornado warning to pull over, get inside, go to a gas station or something, because this car here, it doesn't weigh but maybe 3,000 pounds. And as I said earlier today, a pontoon boat was picked up. It was picked up and thrown. 18. They knock 18 wheelers over. They pick up 18 wheelers, and those weigh more than 3,000 pounds. You're looking at 7, 8, 9, 10,000 pounds there. Wow, here's some of the damage from Paris, Texas. So being in a car like that, just driving around, it's borderline insanity. But yet that makes me kind of insane because I chase tornadoes. But there's a way to do it safely, and just driving about not knowing really what's going on or how to position yourself for tornadoes and just driving, that's very dangerous, and it could affect you and others. There's not really that many videos I've seen all over Twitter. The ones I'm seeing over and over and over again. Has been the same one. So I guess they're just popular. Here's a picture from Trinity Baptist Church in Isabel, Oklahoma. Man, that is one powerful, powerful storm that came through. I believe, is that brick? Looks to be brick. What a powerful storm that was. Yeah, I'm coming in and catching the tail end of this all, and yes. Where? Really? That is interesting. How far northwestern? You talk about on Guyman or Woodward? It's showing a little bit on the winter radar. That's very interesting. But yet, that also, the outlook for tomorrow has came out. They've put a marginal risk over the far southern part of Mississippi. So Pascagoula, you're under marginal risk, which really should be nothing, unless something were to pop off or enhance everything. I don't think we need to worry about it, because I know you're going to be a week to the day from your severe weather outbreak a few days ago. Now, talk about the snow. This is what really made the weather as bad as it was today, being pushed by this extremely cold weather. Correct? So if I were to go to a satellite. Don't care about post-cyclone Ian. Ian's long gone. That's interesting. Work for. me pull Discord. Alrighty. Look at all that just forming and popping off. And I believe right now that's what's killing this system from from just continue to intensify and strengthen and maybe hold its strength as it pushes further east. What's your opinion on that? That's good to know. I'm glad to see that this is coming to a close. I mean, we've been at this for almost an hour. What is for 56 minutes now, so right up on top of an hour. After that, I'm gonna give about 30 minutes, and if there's really nothing going on there, I believe I'm gonna call it quits. Pat, what do you think? I know there's a severe thunderstorm watch until 4 a.m., but the tornado watch should actually be over by now. As it stated it ended at midnight. Um, but whether or not that was true, that's fine. I can cover it. I can cover it. I appreciate all your help today. What he means by linear is it a line. Discrete means by itself. Look at this tornado footage that was posted. Yes, I'm scrolling through Reed's channel, Twitter, because he's always getting tagged and stuff. And it's the same video from earlier where I was talking about that car. Just I didn't notice, but look at all this debris that's in the air. It's amazing to me. Here's no, that was caught by a guy named Tyler Pardon. That was the Greenview tornado. This video was from Connor McCorney. At a Twitter handle at Connor WX. Also Reed also retweeted this one as well. He's really gonna who I use for using my for like sharing footage. Look how violent this storm is. You see, it probably takes out like a barn or something right there at the start of the video. It's like a barn, but how violent this thing is. That's earlier I said along the lines of every tornado is violent. How violent is really up to where it's at. But I see this is just a very violently rotating storm. It's just a insane thing to watch. Yeah, I mean, let's pull it back again. Yeah, like go back to also. You don't have to have a big, large, mile-wide tornado for it to be deadly or a strong one. I mean, look at the Andover tornado from this year. That thing was a corkscrew. I mean, it was not wide at all, and but no, I see we got some new people joining the chat. Really, there's really nothing going on. We've got some severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm gonna hang out here until about 12:30. If there's really nothing going on tornado warning wise, tornado possible tags, we're just gonna sit here and just talk about weather and just kind of hang out and just kind of hope for everything to die down. We're just kind of also sharing some footage that was from today that's been posted on social media. What we're just looking at was a video of a tornado that was posted on Twitter by this guy named Connor WX that Reed Timmer actually retweeted, and it's just a violent tornado. Here's one that you can actually see the entire mezzo of being lit up by lightning. I think, meaning, normally Normally licensing means along the line of using it for like personal gain, like sharing it on news, stuff like that. Just let them know, look, we showed on like a live stream for like 30 seconds and then pulled it off, if anything. But here's another picture of a tornado today. Um, it doesn't say where it's from. If I can. Reed Timmer had a drone taken from him today at a gas station. Man, he has the worst luck. um, here's actually. Oh, this actually has a fire in it. Some tornado damage north of Clarksville, Texas. Uh, you see that electrical fire right there behind the damage that's there. So you got trees snapped in half, just wiped almost down to the dirt. Um, just an awful event today, an awful turn of events, and we're praying for everyone that's been impacted by the storm. So like I said, there's not really much we can do at this point in time, but make sure that everyone is trying to be taken care of. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning though for Newport and Augusta and Tuckerman, Arkansas until 1 a.m. You're probably going to have winds around 60 miles an hour. Pea-sized hail is possible with the storm. So going all the way up to Swifton, as far down as McCrory, of McCrory. I'm going to say McCrory because I don't think I can say it properly. You're going to be in the severe thunderstorm warning until 1 a.m. Earlier, the NWS Jackson did release a severe thunderstorm watch until 4 a.m. Still saying that there's still going to be a tornado potential. From Chris, Florida tornado was 9 miles southwest of the Sulphur Springs, Texas tornado, and said the video is available for licensing. But once again, that's mainly for like using on news. But that's a beautiful storm. Hey, folks, let me know. Next. Apparently, someone scared Reed today during his live stream. For some of the new viewers that I just see that popped into the chat, we're gonna be live for like another 20 or 30 minutes. It's the day's kind of winding down. We just got a few severe thunderstorm warnings. I have not seen really any areas of interest. I'm keeping an eye on this because I think there may be some invitation of this, but the gate to gate on this has been this very very, very strong winds with this storm. I hate finding stuff that says not for broadcast because there is tornado. Oh, I see why it's not for broadcast now. I understand. Here's from earlier today a video of a house. That got hit. Apparently, people were trapped in this house. Quite a large house. Look at the. It's just insane. My heart really goes out to these. Really, really does. But it looks like to me And Pat, call me off. Tell me if you disagree, but this entire cell, this entire storm is really starting to take a shape of a bow echo. We're talking Houston or Beaumont. This discrete cell here. Okay, relative to Liberty, where is rate? Just to the east. It's this one here. That's starting to pull up a little bit and merge. It does look quite interesting. That may be because of the merge. Let's hope it does not continue to strengthen due to its discrete nature. Because it's ahead of all this rain that's following, it has all this clean air in front of it, which can help it grow. Which can help it. Out down towards Houston, Galveston. I see him. I did not. I do. That's round 5. Oh, I did not do a top of the stream hour recap. Uh, you're watching the Storm Chasing Spark Service Storm Chasing YouTube channel. Earlier today we had Pack and Josh streaming for us today. My name's Dayton, and I'm normally the ones that you would see live streaming. But we're catching the tail end of everything that's coming on today. Earlier today we had nearly 10 hours of severe weather coverage. Full of tornado warnings, several PDS tornadoes. PDS means particularly dangerous situation tornadoes. So that's mainly issued with stronger storms and a few tornado emergencies as well. Right now we're just digging. The 2 tornado emergencies you said? So earlier today, all that was streamed. If you want to check out the VOD, that should be uploaded sometime this evening or early in the morning, depending on what YouTube decides to do with. I have it set to automatically upload. But right now we're just catching the tail end of everything. There was a tornado watch, but it did expire about 30 minutes ago, and a new severe thunderstorm warning was issued about 10 minutes ago for severe thunderstorm watch issued for the Memphis area. So just to really just kind of broaden it out for you, this is really the area that was put in the severe watch. And why that is because we have a very strong line of storms coming through that, like I said earlier, has produced a lot of tornadoes. But mainly it's for this line here that's got a lot of strong winds with it, and it does have a history of producing tornadoes earlier today. Matter of fact, about an hour ago, had put down 2, I believe, south of Little Rock. But right now you just got extremely strong winds, and we're just scrolling through social media and just trying to find videos and pictures from today. Just trying to wind down get not bring everyone down by showing videos, but just get everything in a little bit cleaner of a mood, so we can all just put this day, not put it behind us and forget about it, but put it behind us and come away with at least some very uplifting thoughts, and just to really to carry nerdy conversations and to enjoy weather. Um, so that's kind of what we're doing as of right now. Hmm. Uh, Let me cut in for just a second. Let me cut in for just. We do have news: severe thunderstorm warning for Monroe, Louisiana, West Monroe, and Claiborne, Louisiana. You're looking at winds up to 60 miles an hour plus, and with some hail. They're saying from feet to quarter size hail. Let me go ahead and just show where that's at real quick. Same thing for Stuttgart, Berkeley, Stuttgart, Arkansas, Berkeley, Arkansas, McCrory, Arkansas, until 1:15 p.m. Um, the only reason why it updated because now it's saying hail is possible with. So Monroe, right now your radar's down, but here you are. Um, this is what we're watching. If I can pull up a radar, just like I said earlier, we're watching this big. What's the remainder of this storm that was so dangerous earlier today? Now, what was you saying, Pack? Already cut in. Just showing tornado. It's up. Sorry about that. I had a very long day, and so has everyone else. Um, Alrighty. Well, thank you for everything you have done today, Pack. For those who didn't know, Pack and one of our other group members, Josh, did practically 10 to 12 hours worth of coverage today. And they've been hard at it. They have done a brilliant job at it. So they have done a great thing. So he deserves some rest. All right, Pat, you have a good night. All right. All right, let's go ahead and just do a little bit of a reset. My name's Dayton. You're watching the Spark Service Storm Chasing YouTube channel. Really, everything's kind of winding down. But if you miss Pack's analysis, Pack is one of our members of our group, and what he does is he's one of our mainly for our tropics, but he is worth more than just our tropic side of things. As you have known today, like I said earlier, he has done great things today for tornado analysis, and as he just broke down for us, we do have some tornado potential left for today. We have a little bit of tornado potential down here, just kind of not to dumb it down, but to put in more everyday terms. We do have a good bit of tornado potential right here around Beaumont and Port Arthur. Lake Charles, maybe. But because stuff is starting to really in front of this line here, we may see a few tornado warnings. I hope not. But today has just been an awful day for that kind of stuff. Then the other place he was showing is right around here, around Ruston, and so we have really about another hour or so severe coverage. Will I make it another hour? I don't know, but this is really where he was saying that the next bit of tornadic activity could be. To show you, we do have a very it's actually starting to lose its bow a little bit, but we do have a pretty strong storm system that is running through up north or west of Little Rock. You've actually got the same deal here. You actually are in a severe thunderstorm watch until 4 a.m. So you've got a ways to go on that. I'm not staying up to 4 a.m. unless this goes absolutely crazy, because mainly our coverage areas is Alabama and Mississippi, due to that being our home states. Except for Pack, he lives in New York, but the majority of us do live in Alabama and Mississippi, and we're not quite comfortable and large enough to always cover everything that goes on. So that's what we try to cover, because that's what we're comfortable as of right now. Then you may ask, well, why are you doing what you're doing now? Well, it's because today was one of them events that we just wanted to reach out our hand for. What do you mean, huh, Pack? Oh, well, that's not good. So I just stated everything. I'm gonna go over really what he said and just sum it all up. I will check up on that later and to see why. I do have the speakers unmuted, so that may have been something with the stream swap, because Josh was using our Streamlabs today, which is weird enough. Is I have his microphone and his headset stuff on my computer, and he has my headset and his my microphone set up on his computer. Streamlabs is just weird, but I'll go ahead and just to kind of sum it up. We do have tornadic activity. New severe thunderstorm warning with hail possible and winds up to 60 miles an hour. Going from all the way from Bastrop, Louisiana to Boydell, Arkansas. Until 1:30 a.m. So that's in an hour. Will I be up then? I highly doubt it. But anyway, going back to what Pack was talking about, I just went over it, but just to go over it one more time, we do have a little bit of tornado potential here, close to Houston, around Beaumont, and really, for the next hour, I must say, we do have tornado potential. And I headed in. We may see a few. I highly doubt it. Yeah, that's mainly where our focus is going to be. Wow. Excuse me. But let me actually see. I know our channel has grown some today, but let's see how much we've actually grown. We are at 98 subscribers, which is fantastic. Really fantastic. And there goes Pack. You know, just a few months ago, we were sitting on like 10 subscribers, and now we're pushing 100, which is fantastic. Anything that you can do, that we can do to send any type of help, whether it be inform somebody of what's going on so they can inform somebody else, that means our job is being done properly. So we're relaying information, and they are turning around to and relaying the information that we've relayed to them. It's kind of like a ripple effect, you know, and that's something great, and that we always want to be pushing. What's up, JD? Really, I don't see any tour potential left in this. Just a lot of strong winds and heavy rain. So for those of you who needed rain, well, you're going to get it. You're going to get it all in bulk as well. So I guess y'all decided to go to Costco to buy your rain today. Got some massive gate-to-gate winds down here. Got a new update. Severe thunderstorm warning for Marion, Farmerville, Downsville, and Ruston, Louisiana. So that's gonna be that's this. Just go ahead and reissue it because it expires in 11. But let's see if I can go and find some more storm footage from it. Because, like I said earlier, I caught the tail end of it. Ooh. This is a storm that Reed Timmer was on earlier. You can see the full mesocyclone of this thing, and see the obvious lowering for this storm. This is an absolute. See the striations as well. Just an absolute beautiful storm. Something that we don't want to see, but the potential now comes to more local environments, upsets, and kinks. You're correct on that. So the large spread tornado potential is over. I can just go ahead and really show you what's going to be expected of today, because it is a new day. It's now Saturday, November 5th. Let's go ahead and go severe weather. Day 1 outlook. There's really not much going on. Later this evening, or later in the day, so around, I'm going to say really around lunchtime, so around 11, between 11 and 1, you're going to have rain and all this starting to come through Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi, Pascagoula, Mississippi, right around the I-10 corridor, Wiggins, Mississippi, and down here to Pascagoula. I know that y'all just had a severe weather outbreak, severe weather local outbreak. Also, hey chat, everyone's going. We do have an active 12 viewers right now, which is great. Going back towards it. I know you just had a severe weather outbreak back on. What day did I go live? It was October something. I'm not real good with dates. I barely remember my own birthday. I posted this on. I streamed this on October 29th. until a week to the day, y'all had a very localized outbreak of tornadoes. Hopefully, this won't be the case for today. I highly doubt it, but hopefully, this won't be the case for today for y'all. That's really about it. Just gonna be some strong to severe thunderstorms, and that's really about all you're looking at. Really about what you're looking at. If I can find anything new. If you will, if you hear me sucking a little bit, I am a little stuffed up. But I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. Updated maps for tonight. This is not the updated map for tonight. Um, don't worry about this. If you see something like this going around, don't believe it. This is not what the rest of the night is going to look like. Matter of fact, if you want to even go down this trail, I may not even put a slight risk on. For the rest of the night, we're just gonna wait for this to get to the Mississippi line, and I guarantee nothing else will come out of it. I'd put money on it if I were a bet. Let's see if I can find a few more videos from today. The rain wrapped tornado from Jordan Hall near Athens. Excuse me, I had to sneak. You can see on of the shape of the tornado right through here. What makes it hard and what makes it rain wrap, you can see how it has a curtain of rain around it, and that's mainly what we deal with from where I'm from. So it's kind of a cool thing to be able to see a low precipitation tornado, just in general. Man, it's kind of also cool to see the rain wrap tornadoes, because normally you just don't see them. You don't even see a silhouette of them. Here's some damage photo, damage video from today from southwest of New Boston, Texas. As you can see, that wind still whipping by this debris kind of being thrown around on the ground. At least one death so far from today. I hate to see. I hate to see. some more damage as well. Just absolute. Here's a screenshot of the storm that hit Sulphur Springs in a live chat traffic cam. If I can get. See, the stream chats keep saying that we're fluctuating between 13 and 6 viewers, and I don't know which one I want to believe. But for those who are joining, hello, welcome to the Spark Service Storm Chasing YouTube channel. I believe we're one of the few that's still live for this event. There's not a lot more that we're at, just besides this severe thunderstorm watch that's about to hit Memphis. These storms about to hit Memphis. It's really what we're doing. And we're just really hanging out and just looking at videos and really just trying to discuss what went on today, and just give out general information. But there is a flash flood warning outside of Joplin. There was several flash warnings today as well, due to it being so dry and all this rain and severe weather coming in at once. That's what causes the flash flood events. Also, looking at my stream, you may see the red. Red is normally what is used for tornado warnings. I decide to go against that, and the reason why is where I'm from, the majority of the time you have embedded supercells, which produces embedded tornadoes, and it's hard to see this red line when it's just nothing but. It's easier to see bright purple. So that's why if you were to see a tornado warning, it would be purple. But we do have some more tornado potential down here right in Galveston. Let's go ahead and just take a look at that. I do see some kinks in the line. I may see something curling up right here directly west of Sour Lake. We do have very broad rotation right here northwest of Sour Lake. But that may just be a clear air pocket. Let's go ahead and try to, as I take a look at this, see if we can get any. I'm really not seeing it, which is fantastic. Fantastic, because there is still some tornado probability. But here in probably the next 20 minutes, I'll call it quits. Yeah, we call it quits in the next 10 if nothing happens. But I really want to thank you guys for all the support that you've been showing recently. In the last 2 months, we've jumped nearly 100 subscribers. We went from like 8 to 98. So we're 2 subs away, hitting 100 subs, and that is fantastic. We've only been in a group March, and to finally get a decent a following, and for what I'm seeing, it's a very uplifting, and what we have so far is a very uplifting community and a very weather and trade community, which is great. See, we really won't be live for every event that's outside of our coverage area, which is Alabama and Mississippi. Mainly that being from where we're from. We're not quite ready to grow and cover. Cover at like Georgia, Louisiana, Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas, and your original Tornado Alley. The only reason why we covered it today is because just the absolute size of today. We just felt like we needed to lend out a helping hand. So if we're ever available to do, here is a video. Oh wow! Okay. Yeah. I think he got a little close, guys. What do you think? I think he got a little close. Man, what is some amazing footage. I have it muted because I don't want to know what this dude's saying. Um, this is the Twitter page it was that tweeted off of. So, man, look at this. That's actually coming right at him. How I know is look at this left side. It's not grilled until he just until he readjusted his. But man, look at this tornado. This is coming right at him. I was getting up close and personal. That is some Reed Timmer type footage. Yeah, get out of there, bro. Get out. That thing's on top of him now. Wow. Crossing the road maybe 100 yards in front of him. That is amazing. Yeah, what do you think about that video? I'm actually going to hit that with a retweet. Wish I could stop fat fingering stuff. JD, are you in the chat? Hit me with the yes or no in there. I guess not. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put our Twitter in the chat and our Instagram and our YouTube. Well, you found us on YouTube and our Instagram, our Twitter and our Instagram. And our Facebook is kind of dead, meaning we really only use that for more local outbreaks. You can follow it if you would like. It would be in all my links. I believe I'm just gonna all my links. And the website is no longer in, but here's all my links. As you see, it opens up to the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitter, and the Instagram. Yeah. If I tweet, I can see if we can find anything else. What about this? Possible. I will keep. I have to keep it. That is some beautiful lightning. That is some. Hashtag tornado and an electric. Interesting. Brad Pitt also got extreme. I showed this video earlier. And look at this. Exactly. There we go. Thank you for censoring that. You may not be able to hear that in the stream, but look at this beautiful drill bit tornado. Now, I do not recommend what this guy is doing. I do not recommend it at all. But I'm grateful for what he did for the footage like this. But please don't do this. You know, the reason why we do what we do when we storm chase is because we have training in it. I've been chasing for nearly 3 years now. No, going on 2 years now. I've sat there and trained and studied and been in the field myself, working on it, trying to perfect a craft. I don't think this dude has, but I sure do appreciate the video. This was the storm. But it didn't say where is that. That sky lit up by lightning. Take a look at the line real quick. Make sure it's happening. Is that Brett? Hey, oh, Brandon Kopic is. Not seeing much, which is good. Which is. You see the tornado right through here. That's a wedge if I've ever seen. That thing is moving fast too. Look at that. Alright guys, the next 5 minutes are crucial. If it ain't worth me staying on, I'm going to bed. It is 1 a.m. Expires in 4 minutes, 19 minutes. So it looks like everything's actually going to expire within the next. Oh, crap, excuse me. Everything's going to expire in the next few minutes anyway, so might as well go ahead and call it. I've already showed this video once, but it's amazing. Thing is moving so daggum fast. He's really moving fast. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. I didn't mean to scroll across that, but I have to keep an eye. Whether or not it's true, I have not. Here's some damage pictures. That's just heartbreaking. Absolutely. Seemed like a pretty good place to hunker down at. So this is really one of the areas that we talk about whenever we say go into an interior room, in like a hallway closet or a hallway bathroom. Take pillows and helmets and stuff like that with you. He hunkered down in his closet. He's got pillows and everything trying to protect him from possible flying debris. Wow. Excuse me, that's in Spanish and I can't read that. But there's some more tornado damage from that from as well. Alright, it is 1 a.m. Thank you guys for joining the stream. Thank you guys for actually participating for over 12 hours. 12 hours we've had severe weather coverage today, if I remember correct. So thank you everybody for joining. It's 1 a.m. Uh, I know JD and Pac did a wonderful job today. They did amazing. From what little I was at work today, so I really couldn't do much. But what I've heard and listened into, they did a wonderful job. So please don't forget that this really isn't our main target areas. We try to stay a little bit closer to home for right now until we get a little bit bigger. But the way that you can join us is to join our Discord and send us a message on our social media account. I'm going to send all my links once again into chat. And if I remember, I'm going to add it to the description of the VOD later. So if you would like to volunteer in any way, shape, or form, that's interesting. Any way, shape, or form, you can contact us through there. Like I said, we just really just wanted right now to take care of our home area, but because of today was such a large event, we wanted to reach out our hands of help. If it's an event like this, we're always going to try to help if we're available. Today, luckily, we had almost all hands on deck except for me, sadly, and I'm the one that you normally see live streaming. So, JD, Josh, and Josh. Yes, we have two Joshes. Did amazing today. So we're on the road to 100 subscribers. I think we're too short. I think we're 2 subs short. Um, we're at 98. 98. Uh, uh, what was I saying? What was I saying? I just blanked out for a second. I had to answer a text message. But yeah. If you want to volunteer anyway, this is all just a volunteer basis. So if you want to help out in any way, so join the Discord, message on social media, so we can expand and start covering other states normally and very more and frequently as well. Versus just our home two states, which right now is Mississippi and Alabama. Um, but talking about Mississippi and Alabama, from the Gulf all the way up to Meridian, Mobile too. You're under a marginal risk for tomorrow. It shouldn't be anything like last week. Last week, you can find that VOD in the YouTube channel as well, um, where I streamed for nearly 9 hours of nonstop severe weather coverage for southern Mississippi and southern Alabama. But so we would like to grow, and if you would like to help us grow, you can subscribe and join the Discord and do whatever else you can to help us grow. So hopefully we can start expanding to different states and extending our hand to those who need it in different states. Alrighty, so I've been trying to outro now for going on 5 minutes. It's been a long day. So thank you everyone for joining. Hit the subscribe button. Please follow us on all our social media and all my links in the chat. We'll make sure I make sure it's more available to y'all. Make sure I'm not missing anything before I log off. This is just really bad contamination. Yeah. It might be. And any. So, y'all have a good night, and he is live streaming again. Please join in. We actually did reach double digits in our viewership for a little while today, which is fantastic. Which that is not very common for us, and that just it just tickles me pink. All right, so y'all have a good evening, and remember to always stay weather